to South Park right there next time. Come on, car, don't do this to me.
Our temperature, so you want to use precaution.
Many common medicines can actually put you more at risk in this heat.
There are still areas where the federal government needs to help.
U.S. Senator Kirsten Sinema is trying to solve challenges facing the veterans community here in Arizona. All of these stories and more coming right up. But first,
KTAR traffic alert.
We had a closure. We need to find out how that's shaping up. Here's Chuck Rowe in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Thank you, Becky Lynn. It is better news this time around for that crash on the 202 Santan Freeway eastbound at Williamsfield Road, where the whole freeway was shut down for the investigation. Now the main line is reopened. The on-ramp remains closed, however. You cannot get onto the 202 eastbound from Williamsfield Road as that investigation continues. The good news is that backup there, which was pretty significant, cleared out very quickly. I am still seeing delays, however, on Williamsfield Road. A lot of folks who had to exit the freeway are now trying to get eastbound over toward Higley Road and make the left at that light there. So just trying to avoid that if you can. The 101 Pima Freeway southbound at Pima 90th Street. There was a wreck on the off-ramp there. Watch for that. Also a structure fire reported Camelback west of 7th Avenue. Units arrived on the scene there. They said that it doesn't look like there's any fire there, but you may still have some fire engines blocking the road. Bell Road at 67th Avenue, a crash in Glendale, and watch for a wreck in Sun City, Union Hills, east of 99th Avenue. I'm Chuck Rowe, KTAR News.
Our overnight low, which of course was very early this morning, was 97 degrees. We're going to be around 95 tonight, 119 again tomorrow and Friday. That was what we hit today. Right now in Glendale, it's 114. Weather brought to you by Howard Air. It is 6:32, and yeah, it was a record day of heat here in the valley at 119. That actually ties for the fourth highest temperature of all time at Sky Harbor Airport and was a record breaker for the date. We hit 110 before 11 o'clock this morning. That's the 20 days of temperatures at 110 or higher, and our excessive heat warning is now in effect through at least Saturday. And another longtime Phoenix record went by the wayside. Sky Harbor only dropped to 97 overnight, and Sean Benedict with the National Weather Service says that is now the all-time warmest overnight low, edging out 96 from 20 years ago.
It's shaping up to be the hottest month ever right now with the way it's going. So we're pushing those hottest month records from the previous couple of years. In like 2020, we had those really hot July and August.
And Tucson set the record for warmest overnight low as well at 86 degrees. That beat their old record of 83. These high temperatures are dangerous for everyone, but certain common medications can leave you even more at risk.
Decongestants, blood pressure medication, beta blockers, and medications for mental health issues can all make your body have a harder time regulating temperature.
Well, that's fabulous.
Allergy meds, Benadryl, Claritin, or Allegra. What those can do is kind of have some disruption on our sweat glands and have a tendency to dry us out, making the temperature much higher in our bodies if we're not careful.
Dr. Jesse Bracamonte with Mayo Clinic says if you take any of these medications, keep taking them, but also take precautions, avoiding the hottest hours, staying hydrated, and wearing sunscreen. Luke Forstner, KTAR News.
This is a very dangerous time for our most vulnerable populations in Arizona.
This record-setting heat can be deadly for people without a home, and Austin Davis with AZ Hugs for the Houseless says mothers and children are among the people who are on the streets that have to live in the scorching sun.
Today I have two families with little kids on the street. I have a mom with 3 kids, and she's pregnant, and she's been in the car, which is just incredibly dangerous.
He adds the temps make connecting people to services more difficult since they nearly always need a ride or have to use the light rail to avoid overheating. The relentless heat wave just continues, and even first responders are being put at risk.
Phoenix Fire Captain Scott Douglas told ABC News,
"We're about 20% up in our heat-related emergencies for this month and for this year."
University of Arizona climate expert Mike Grimmins says we are in uncharted territory.
Both Tucson and Phoenix have observed their warmest first 2 weeks of July on record, and both high and low temperatures have been elevated and stuck at dangerous levels for the past several weeks as the monsoon has struggled to get established.
And Phoenix rainless since March 22nd. Jim Cross, KTAR News.
SRP 6 reservoirs on the Salt and Verde rivers are holding up well during the extended heat wave. They're collectively 93% full. That's 29% higher than last year at this time. The largest reservoir, Roosevelt Lake, 95% full. But Arizona does have 6 major wildfires burning across the state, the highest number nationally. Luckily, none of the fires are a threat to homes, but they have burned nearly 50,000 acres collectively. The largest is the Pilot Fire, which has burned nearly 35,000 acres. It's about 20 miles east of Wickiup in northwestern Arizona, and now it's 88% contained. Arizona senior U.S. Senator Kyrsten Sinema is planning to address 3 key areas after hearing directly from veteran service organizations. One of those is the issue of long-term affordable housing for veterans, which she believes the federal government can help with.
Increasing the number of vouchers to help pay for these new housing developments, and also ensuring that it's happening in a timely way so that veterans can get connected with that housing when they need it.
Sinema also hopes to ensure veterans can continue to access care within the community outside of the VA, and she also wants to address veteran suicide. Now, tomorrow morning, Senator Sinema will be joining the Mike Broomhead Show at 11:45 to talk about her roundtable discussion on fentanyl that recently occurred, and you can listen in and see what she has to say about that right here at 92.3 FM. You can also tune in on the KTAR News app.
It's a really quick and easy way to let us know that you have a camera, and that can really speed up investigation.
You can register your Ring doorbell.
I already heard this and it made me sick.
The Buckeye Police Department's new Community Connect program. Carissa Planout with Buckeye Police explains that this will create a map police can use to find out who might have critical surveillance footage.
From there, investigators can send out an email to those registered participants and say, hey, can you check your cameras around this time frame on this date?
If you'd like to sign up, just go to buckeyeaz.gov/Community Connect. KTAR Eyes on the Economy, a $41 million investment into Cochise County and local law enforcement is on its way to Arizona's rural communities as they continue to see migrant crossings.
Governor Katie Hobbs says this will give police and deputies better tech to manage migrant crossings.
Communication devices allow officers to identify possible criminal activity. This funding will ensure that our officers have the best tools available to them.
And she gives credit to the county for enduring border issues and protecting the state.
But we need to do better for you and for our entire state.
Bowen Overstoles, KTAR News.
It is 6:38 now. Another federal indictment could be coming for President Trump, this time on charges related to his alleged attempts to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election.
Former President Donald Trump is bracing to be indicted as soon as Friday on the most serious charges any president has ever faced. Alleged crimes related to his effort to overturn the 2020 election, which culminated in the attack on the Capitol on January 6th. Sources tell ABC News that Trump never expected to be prosecuted for any of this, that he and his team believed special counsel Jack Smith would write a report instead. But then Sunday, the former president received that target letter from prosecutors, a sure sign an indictment is near.
ABC's Jonathan Carl. Well, tonight's Powerball jackpot soaring to $1 billion. That's now the third largest jackpot in Powerball history.
This is Powerball.
Here we go again. The frenzy building around the $1 billion jackpot for tonight's Powerball. Lottery officials say ticket sales nationwide have doubled from this time last week, with dreams of hitting it big swirling around $1 billion grand prize, or over $500 million for the cash option. The jackpot has rolled over since mid-April, with ticket buyers hoping to strike it rich. And there's another shot. Friday's Mega Millions drawing also hasn't had a winner since April. That jackpot climbing to $720 million. Michelle Franzen, ABC News. Coming up in just moments, the death toll is rising in Maricopa County due to the heat. We'll also check in with traffic and see how the ride home is looking. KTAR News Time is 6:40.
Download the free KTAR News app and get live streaming audio so you'll never miss breaking news, traffic, or weather alerts. The KTAR News app is presented by Rias Air Conditioning.
If you're retired or headed there, is your portfolio positioned for a successful retirement? Well, with the state of the economy right now, risk management has never been more important. Join Bulwark Capital's Zach Abraham for his free live webinar, Tuesday, July 25th, to learn how their risk management strategy and active management could potentially lower portfolio volatility.
Chad, protecting retirement portfolios against loss is our #1 focus. Our live webinar breaks down the retirement planning process, which is especially important during the threat of a recession, uncertain interest rates, and increasing market volatility. Don't just ride it out. We actively manage every portfolio looking for opportunities to lower risk, lower cost, and give you as much upside as possible.
Learn about Bulwark's risk management strategy and performance Tuesday, July 25th. The webinar is free, but space is limited. Register now at knowyourriskradio.com. That's knowyourriskradio.com. Investment advisory services offered through Trek Financial LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Prescriptions required. Online consultation with a healthcare provider will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Does it get any more American than Ford? Ford is America for over 100 years. Paul Calvise here. We just bought again from our Desert Ford dealers. My first car was a classic Ford Mustang. My grandfather worked for Ford Motor, but make no mistake, Ford is the future. All-new 2023 F-150 with the all-new interior, designed to be the toughest, most productive F-150 ever. In fact, no outlet, no problem. Just plug in all those power tools right into your F-150. Speaking of, how about the 2023 Ford Mustang Mach-E? 100% electric, 100% SUV. I drove it, I'm like, man, I see why they call this the new shape of freedom, with 0 to 60 thrills, the expansive range, 0 tailpipe emissions, and don't forget to download the Ford Pass app and earn Ford Pass rewards points for complimentary maintenance when you buy or lease a new Ford. Or you can place your order and lock in your offer. Just click buyfordnow.com. Buyfordnow.com.
Leaks and clogs and replacements, oh my. I'm Jamie West. The licensed plumbers at Any Hour Services can get them fixed now. Sane or Any Hour Services licensed electricians. Your electrical system can take a beating from our brutal heat. Lose power and you lose AC. Call 602-609-7187, 602-609-7187, or schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
Staples Total Support Plans are your tech plans for the unplanned, with 24/7 PC protection against bugs, cracks, and hacks. Plans start as low as $199.99. Plus, now get up to $250 off select computers. In-store only offer ends 7/29. See an associate for details. Protect your tech at Staples.
Arizona's Evening News. News Flash.
6:44. I'm Becky Lynn. Here's what you need to know right now. The high temperatures that we're feeling here in Arizona are dangerous for everybody. But Dr. Jesse Bracamonte with Mayo Clinic says certain common medications can make you more susceptible to the heat's ill effects.
Blood pressure meds can dehydrate a person. So a person gets dehydrated, the temperature goes up, and they have more susceptibility to heat-related illness. Beta blockers can cause some dysregulation as well.
Decongestants, medications for mental health issues, and allergy meds can have similar effects. Bracamonte says keep taking your medicine, but just avoid the hottest hours, wear your sunscreen, and stay hydrated. Maricopa County is reporting 18 heat-related deaths so far this year. That's up from 12 deaths just last week, and there are 69 deaths still under investigation. Although this is less than the 29 heat-related deaths we had at the same point last year. San Carlos Reservoir at Coolidge Dam is a critical source of water for farmers and ranchers in central Arizona. It's now holding 448,000 acre-feet of water. Last year at this time, it only held about 1,100 acre-feet. Arizona Senate Republicans now calling for an investigation into the state's largest public university. Today, an ad hoc committee looked into allegations of censorship after ASU's Personal Development Center closed its doors and its executive director was let go after a sponsorship event with well-known conservative speakers. ASU is expected to release the findings from an internal investigation in the next few weeks, but previously has stood by its decision. You're never more than 15 minutes away from today's top stories on Arizona's news station, KTAR News.
I'm Chuck Rowe, live in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center. Better news again, this time the 202 Santan Freeway eastbound of Williamsfield Road. That crash that had the full main line shut down, that cleared.
helpful if you drink it. You gotta move your knees or the door's gonna smash. Yeah, you gotta move your knees. Holy fuck, the system is broken.
How do they do that?
You can go to nolabels.org. Nolabels.org. O-R-G.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on Arizona's Evening News. We appreciate it.
And thank you. Best wishes to the people of Arizona.
Thank you. For more, just download the KTAR app. Be sure you subscribe to the Arizona's Evening News podcast. Well, the Diamondbacks got back in the win column in emphatic fashion. Let's go to the Parker & Sons Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical Sports Desk. Here's Mitch Vereldes.
Thank you, Becky Lynn. A thrilling victory for the Diamondbacks yesterday, 16-13, one that stands in franchise and league history after the Diamondbacks got back in the win column, ending a 4-game losing streak yesterday. They're back at it against the Atlanta Braves. This one, far fewer runs than last night. You can hear the rest of the game on the Arizona Sports app, ESPN 620 AM, and on 98.7 FM HD2. Yesterday's starting pitcher, Zach Davies, was placed on the injured list today, what is being labeled as lower back inflammation. Left-handed reliever Joe Mantiply has been recalled from AAA in his place. And the Phoenix Suns announced today the signing of Bol Bol, the recently waived forward from the Orlando Magic. He, another young veteran, joining the Suns this year. For sports, I'm Mitch Vereldes, KTAR News.
And our top story again today, the heat. Another record day of heat. 119 is a record breaker for the date. It was our 110th day of, or I'm sorry, it was our 20th day of hitting 110 degrees. And we did that before 11 o'clock this morning. That's 20 straight days. And our excessive heat warning is still in effect through at least Saturday. It was the highest low temperature ever on record at Sky Harbor 2 with an overnight low of 97 degrees. Finally tonight, I'll tell you about Valley resident Marge Berg. She's turning 90 years young tomorrow, and she is going to celebrate by going skydiving for the very first time.
Nice.
She told KTAR what inspired her to take the leap.
That it all was inspired by George Bush when he jumped, I think, on his 90th birthday.
And as for what she's looking forward to about the jump,
Just seeing the world from space. That's as close as
Waymo driving itself. It's a robot.
however, the best birthday gift, Marge says, is going to be having her daughter, granddaughter, and great-granddaughter all visiting from Nashville to watch her take that jump. Thanks for listening to Arizona's Evening News. I'm Becky Lynn. Heidi Hummel's in next with the latest, and the Ramsey Show is coming up.
Hey, it's Gambo. We all need an idea.
I love Roland Gibbs' voice.
He drives me
studio in downtown Phoenix. Cobblestone Auto Spa, Arizona's #1 car wash. KOOL FM HD1 Phoenix.
Hey, 94.5.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Woohoo, it's summer.
Usually automated on the free Odyssey app.
This is 94.5.
Radio station at 95.1 and 94.9. The Wow Factor.
Well, I know it's kind of late.
Church building on the right's a gym now.
I hope I didn't wake you. And what I've got to say can't wait. Know you'd understand. Every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I have to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kind of strange. Every time I'm near you, I just run out of things to say. Understand. Every time I try to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song.
Penske rental van. Amazon DSP vests.
Dry us out, making the temperature.
Sure.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried New Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
Valley weather for Wednesday. The excessive heat warning lasts through Friday at least, with a mostly clear evening, overnight low 91. Sunny, hot, and breezy tomorrow. Afternoon high is 115. And that's Wednesday's Valley weather.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, discrete battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
From the University of Advancing Technology Studios, JDTV, Mesa, Phoenix. This is Arizona's alternative.
I can tolerate it, but I can't give a crap about it.
DC 93.3.
Sort of. I'm a DJ, not a doctor, so.
That's. I mean, was it drug use? What is it? Anything? Because they're going to ask you
Possibly,
that.
I think
she can
she's
answer.
probably detox. I think that's part of the issue.
Okay. I see the wristband. Was she coming from the hospital?
You know, I'm not sure. I didn't even notice that. I'm not transferred to the hospital.
Does she have ID or do you have?
I think so. I think I have it in the pocket.
What's her name?
Allison.
Hey guys, what's going on? Hospital detoxing?
Yep.
For sure.
Yep. What's her name?
Oh, God.
Do you know her?
Yeah, it's my daughter.
Okay, what's her name? Just
Allison.
Allison. Hey, Allison, what's going on today? Did you overdose on something? When's the last time you used? Allison, how long ago? Okay, come on, we gotta go in.
What's the hospital band? Is she looking for the hospital?
Yeah, she's got a band on from somewhere.
No, not right.
What does that mean?
I mean, she was directly from the hospital. She was discharged and went home. Most likely. I'm gonna park it. I'll be right back inside. Amazes me when people ask such obvious questions. Like your question, the answer to your question was in your question. Jesus fuck. I'm dealing with so much stupid here today. I'm just gonna put this in my pocket and hopefully get some audio recording. I think my attempt to do it with the iPhone failed. It stinks in here. At least I leave the sunshade up. It's still 115 out. I guess it hit 118 today or something like that. I'm going back in the hospital to try and navigate this shit show. So many layers of stupid every place it provides. Met up here, and the few people that do seem to have some kind of cognizance about what's going on are not the right people that can fix stuff. But here we go in here again. Probably violating HIPAA laws, but I'll sure do it.
Answer questions.
Oh, sorry. I'm very, I can't see very far. Like, I get them good to drive. This car's big.
She's right there. If you can, just verify her name.
Yeah, no, I got her. I've got her driver's license.
There's no way she's
You can go back there with her, number 54.
Are you able to identify where this is from?
From her arm.
No, but I mean, who made this?
It looks like county, but I can't tell for sure.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to explain that to you. Anyway, they. I would say non-OD. She's at least not had anything since 2 a.m. Obviously, it's more to help her at the methadone clinic for pretty obvious reasons. There's some definite underlying psychiatric issues.
Yeah.
And what seems to keep happening is that she keeps going. She's probably her 5th trip to the emergency room.
Yeah.
5th or 6th trip to the emergency room in the last month.
Yeah.
And they keep taking her in with very little information. They treat the most basic, the physical ailments, and it's all immediate. And obviously the other things can be addressed. And anyway, they handed in these petitions. Ooh, smells so scary.
What's your relation to her?
I'm her father.
Her dad.
And I do have her driver's license in my pocket.
Oh. Isn't she already, she's already registered?
No, they didn't finish registering her.
Now, she was discharged from here, I want to say, within the last 2 weeks. But again, like, they're doing basic emergency medical stuff. What needs to happen is a psychiatric evaluation.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, there's 3 layers of issues here.
She still needs PFS too.
Yeah. Where you guys coming from?
Outside.
What happened? What's that? Okay. More, you said withdrawal, I think?
There's some layers and layers of what's going on here.
Hey, Jen.
But I think withdrawal is one of the
Over here,
biggest.
please. Thank you. It's I don't know. It might just